Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you in the middle of a process. This is a Goofy telephone, and this is Doreen's telephone from Australia. And basically, she sent a note in with this telephone. We did an earlier video, and we showed that on the initial checkout of this telephone, there was no dial tone, no receive, no transmit, no dialing out, nothing. It did have animation, but it didn't have anything else. And when you called this telephone, it wouldn't answer, and the ring would not come through on the ring cycle. So basically what we've done here is I've got a couple of parts here I've already replaced. We troubleshooted this main PC board here, and we have two transistors that I've already replaced. And I went ahead and started to replace a third part, and thought, well, we'll show you a video of the last part going in, which is a resistor. And so now what we're going to do, and this is the main PC board, and we're going to be working in this area right here. So basically what I'm going to do is take a resistor that we found that's bad in our troubleshooting, and it's located right here. So we'll take that out. It's behind this blue, it's in front of this blue cap here. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and set the video down, and we're going to start repairing this telephone here. I want to clean my soldering iron a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this resistor. If this reminds you of being in the dentist office, you can look the other way. And this is going to be our part that we just removed. It's the final part. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that there. And I want to show you here real quick. We don't get a reading. We don't get a reading with this resistor. It's not reading anything. If I touch the leads, you can see that reading. And it's not reading anything. This telephone took a power surge, there's no doubt. I'm going to go ahead and take our new part that I've already cut, and you can see there's the leads touching, and then testing our part. So we know that the new part is good. I'll move that out of the way real quick. I want to go ahead, in a situation like this here, you could use some solder wick or a solder sucker, and but since there's not enough solder here really, you just want to make sure that the solder is out of the way and the eyelets in the board, so that you can install your new piece. And basically what I want to do is I want to bend this over because I want it to stand up. to get this resistor positioned into place. So you kind of got to bend everything the way you want it. To make it through the board. I'm going to go ahead and bend one of the ends over, and that's going to kind of keep it in there for me. I'll try to give you a little look at that. So now we have our, I know the video is probably not the clearest, so now we have our part installed here. And you got a blue cap behind it. I want to go ahead and solder that part in now. Clean the gun a little bit. I've already went through this board and soldered it up a little bit. And these boards can get a corrosion on them too. I'm seeing a little bit of a corrosion in this area that I'm going to clean up a little bit. Because in the corrosion, a lot of times that can, the voltages can kind of cross over. And I don't really want that to happen. I don't want any of that corrosion overlapping onto another circuit and shorting out. And that can be due from atmosphere situations. I'm not sure. I know Doreen lives in Australia. I'm not sure if she lives by the ocean. But the atmosphere in the area that you're in sometimes can play a part in reactions to the circuit board. So I'm going to go ahead and take some electronic cleaner, and I'm going to clean this up a little bit and try to get some of that corrosion cleaned up. Okay, at this point now, our resistor is in, and I'm going to set the handset here. And I want to go ahead and make sure that our analyzer is plugged in. And there you go. We have dial tone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this bad part that we took out, the last bad part. We had a couple transistors we found that was bad, and a resistor here. I'm going to move this to the side. And I'm going to pick this telephone up. I'm going to try to set it down for you. I don't really want to put it back together again yet. because we want to do some checks on it before I start putting everything back together. And now we have dial tone. It's seizing the analyzer. Now you might hear a little static. Another thing that's going to have to be gone through, and I'm going to try to set this phone here, I'll show you. These hook switches, if you want to listen to this, they're famous. The hook switch here. Hear that? Static? That's another thing that's going to have to be gone into. I'm going to have to go into the pole that comes up for the hook switch cradle, and these switches are pretty hard to get to, but you can hear that noise. But let's see if we have our numbers now. You can actually hear that sizzling right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, pound, star, and I'm going to end in a 2. I believe Goofy has a redial here. And when that gets done racking off the numbers there on the analyzer, and it ends in a 2, I'm going to go ahead and talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, transmit into the handset. You can see it's got 100% modulation. Every time that red light on the analyzer lights, that's an indication of 100% modulation. Now let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and reach around here, and if I remember right, these switches, if I can find it, I'll try to find this switch. Okay, that's right, it's on the main board. I'm going to have to try to switch this switch. So that it has an animation when the telephone rings, because that was what was wrong. The telephone wasn't getting any line at all. So I want to put that into a mode where when he rings, I think that's in the animation mode. Pretty sure of it. If it's not, we'll have to change it. There we go.
Oh, did you hear something ringing? Oh, what do you know? A phone call.
Let's answer the phone. There's your dial tone. I'm going to press a 2. And then I'm going to hang up. And Goofy goes back to sleep. And I'm going to press the, what would be the demo button. Well, let me see here. I know this demo button was sticking.
Oh, did you hear something ringing? Oh, what do you know?
I'm going to hit the demo button to stop it. This demo button here is faulty too. Yeah, the demo button is when you press it down, it wants to stay. So it's either had something spilt in it or something's out of whack inside. That's going to have to be taken apart and cleaned up and find out why this button is sticking. It could be spring related, but I got a feeling it's more something's either in there or some of the plastic's catching, or the button's not riding properly so that it can return up. So we want to make sure that button's in the up position, but we're going to have to work on that. And it's not really any big deal, because we already have to go into the hook switch and repair that. So this is all going to have to be taken apart in the back, and I'm going to have to go into that switch and either repair that switch or clean it and replace it. Now, them switches are very hard to find. You would think that they're kind of a common little switch, but they're not, and a lot of times we have to rebuild them. Now, if it's in the order of one that's pretty common, I'll just replace it. But a lot of times on these animated telephones, the switch for the hook switch is specially made, and it's kind of an odd-shaped switch, and I don't know for a fact that it's specially made, but it fits their design, and you just can't grab one off the shelf somewhere and expect it to work. So a lot of times we have to repair them. So now that we know that Goofy is working,
If it's for me, I'm asleep.
and you can actually hear that sizzling from that hook switch. We'll press it 2, and we'll hang him up. Now we're going to try to do a final video on this telephone after I get into the hook switch and the demo switch, and we'll kind of go from here. But as you can see, we've got some bad parts here, and basically when you get these telephones, what happens when they come into the shop is we have to troubleshoot them, and once we troubleshoot them and find the bad parts and we replace them, then everything's usually fine. So we're got a little more work to go on Goofy. He's kind of in the middle of the road. He's a great dog, and we're going to get him fixed up for Doreen, and she's in Australia. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.